Anytime you're thinking about automation, start small, start with proven technology. I would highly recommend your first dabble into automation is not unproven technology or that fancy bright light that nobody else is using yet. And then make sure that whatever you use initially is reversible so that you don't impact your overall operation. Those would be three key points specifically for someone that's starting to dabble in automation. I think on big scale, I mean, this is where it gets really exciting, right? Because when you think about what is possible in the speed at which we were doing things and the potential speed at which we can do them. I'll start at a high level. I believe in small tech, right? I think there's small tech out there that's relatively inexpensive that can have a big impact, especially if you're labor intensive. Like the number I've used
Yep.
in the past, 60% just on the picking side from a manual operation. Right? That's a majority of your spend and also the majority of your variation because it's always hard, right? If you have 100 plus people coming in, oftentimes 10 to 15% of those won't show up. It doesn't mean that you get a ship less, right? The key that I fundamentally believe, the integration of the various components. Have a plan, right? Have a plan, know the plan, nail the plan. It was
Yes.
a fundamental principle that we used to use all the time. It sounds very rudimentary, but it's so spot on. If you can't get the systems to talk to one another, and you'll have many different systems talking to each other in a warehouse, it gets so painful because if you can't receive inbound, then you can't actually understand where the inventory or the units are in the building and you can't fulfill orders. If you're struggling in picking or your inventory accuracy is wrong, you can't go do it. When I say big things, I think the full integration
Right.
from inbound to outbound is the key. I would not underestimate the level of complexity when you start thinking about that on these bigger systems.